Good morning, it's Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. It's been a few weeks and I have more stuff going on this weekend, so I'm off today and tomorrow, and I thought I'm going to just shoot a quick video and talk about the couple projects that I've been working on and what I'm inspired by. There's just been a lot of work lately. The more I work, the more I stitch, and then I don't do anything else. So a lot of work. Today I need to actually take the day off to run around and see if I can find door handles for my house. So we live in rural Oregon and we're building a house. When you work a lot of hours, it's hard to find time to go do things like pick out important things for your home that you're building. So my husband's hunting and I'm going to go do that today. Before we get started, just a few life updates. So the house, Todd finished painting. The house is about 3,000 square feet, just under, and the garage it's a 3-car garage. He sprayed and rolled primer coat, and 2 top coats. And in the great room, the ceiling's like 16 feet high. He did not complain at all, but he was tired when he got done. It took longer, I think, than he thought it would. And it took 21 5-gallon buckets of paint because it's new construction. And even though the sheetrockers had done their sheetrock, taped mud, sand, they spray a coat of primer on because they can more easily see any defects and fix those before they put the texture on. Oh my gosh. And I cleaned the house before he painted. What I mean, as I vacuumed the floor, swept and vacuumed. And then when we got done, there was more sheetrock dust on the floor than before he painted. And he thought it was overspray at first. And I'm like, no, this is actually, it is the texture that was loose that when you painted, it came off. It's going to happen. It's natural. But I mean, I have half a garbage bag full of sheetrock dust. Or, that... I guess the stuff when they mud it and they sand it, that's the same texture spray. It's a lot. So I was about halfway done. Last week I finally had to stop because the shop vac, you could vacuum so far and then I have to stop and take the filter off and bang it, all the stuff out of it in the garbage sack that I had going, and my back hurt. So I got about a little more than half the house done, and this weekend I'll finish and do the rest of it. So that's my life. We went to a wedding last weekend. It was a beautiful outdoor wedding. It was a fantastic venue, and the weather was beautiful on Saturday. Very beautiful. The reception was in an orchard area, and it was gorgeous. It rained the next day, so thank goodness she had good weather for the wedding. All right, so I've been working on 2 projects. I last time showed you the Teresa Kogut Patreon chart called Find Joy. And let me see if I can find the pattern for that. I have it here. This is it. Find Joy. Teresa Kogut has the best value for Patreon expenditures that I know of. You get amazing charts for not much money. And here is my conversion. I picked colors that were a little bit, her reds were a little more cinnamon. I would say more of a primitive red, and I picked more of a pinkier red, because that's my jam. The last time I showed you this, I had a flower done, part of the grass, and a little bit of the house. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Maple Bar by Cedar River Linens. So I continued up here. Isn't that cat in the window so freaking adorable? She's so funny. I finished, let's see, I had this little bit done. I think some of this done. So now I've gone up and around. I really wanted to keep going. I really wanted to finish the windows all the way down here, but I had to make myself stop because I needed to work on Rose Wreath Sampler. Next month, I'm going to Stitch West in Salt Lake, and I want to take that to Jill Rensel for them to frame it. So I had to just put this down. It was so hard because I was loving stitching on it. I did make some changes. So I think I changed this to her skirt to 647, and I had stitched one of the curtains in the medium color in the red slash pink colorway. I think it was one of the holly berries. I have two different holly berries here. And it was a bit too bright. So I took it out and put the lightest, and I love it. It just softens it out a lot. And her bodice was the same. So this is an addictive stitch. It goes to about the top of here. It's wider than the piece. I didn't cut the width out because I stitch two-handed in a Q-snap on a lap stand. The lap stand you can't buy anymore. The person who made them has passed away. I will drop a little clip here because I get this often. How, what is your stitching setup like? And so I'll just put the Q-snap on there and show you what it looks like and how I stitch. So this is the setup that I have. This is my stitching chair. It's a recliner. It's a funny looking bachelor stitching chair at that. So I have an 11 by 17 Q-snap. I put a grime guard on it. It's surprising how dirty those get, and I throw them in the washer every once in a while, so I find that to be really helpful. It sits on this lap stand, and what I like is that I can stitch on the top with two hands. I have my left hand on top, my right hand underneath, and the needle, I just work it that way. So always the return is coming up with my right hand, and the going down is going with my left hand. When I want to tie something off, I use a pin stitch to start my stitching. And you can do a pin stitch to end it. I just don't usually do that. But I can easily just pick this up, flip it over, right? And end my thread, and then start another one. So that's just my stitching setup. This just sits right on my lap. You can pick this up, turn around, sit down, put it on my lap. And those arms are adjustable. You can adjust sorry, this is a little awkward, but I can just move this knob and go up and down, or I can move these knobs and go in and out. I like the setting that is closest because that brings my stitching closest to me. I find that's the easiest for me. That's my setup. Love, love, love this. I'm going to continue on it. My poor patriotic pieces have had no love, nor any of the other mini starts I've had this year, but it is what it is. So that's the first one. The next one that I've been working on is Wreath Sampler by GGR. And this is such a gorgeous one. And it's so funny when I stitch it, it's sometimes the colors, I'm like, oh, this doesn't quite look the same, but it looks fine. And those girls, when they were stitching their samplers in the however many, in the 1800s or whatever year they did, this is going to be too big for this board, but that's okay. They just probably got tired of stitching with colors they didn't want to stitch with. And they just picked what they wanted. So this is Wreath Sampler. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love this stitch. It's probably one of my favorite stitches I've ever done because it's so pretty. It's so filigree-like. I'm sorry that's a little bit backlit. We live in a shop right now with an interior room in a tiny house, if you're new to my channel. And the house we're building is in between the two. Someday I'll have my own craft room ready and I'll do videos there. So I finished, let's see, this was already on here. I did these two motifs here. Then I moved over here and I'm almost done with the peacock motif. I'm working on the tail right now. This is kind of a weird, I don't know where they dreamed this up because this is a little house right here. It's a little house. And this is like an upside down laundry basket that the peacock is sitting on. I don't really know how they came up with this. If you all know, is this like a peacock thing? Is there like a perch that's made for peacocks that looks like this? I have no idea what this is. But it's kind of a fun thing to stitch, and the colors are fantastic. Of course, it's got a lot of confetti in there, but it's a lot of fun to stitch. The beak you can't really see. It's like a white color. It's the color that's around this upside down laundry basket. I might change that out because I do want to be able to see a beak from afar. You get up close and you can see it, but it kind of looks like they're a beakless bird. I have two, like another bird motif here, another floral motif here, and then the big wreath, which I'll do last. And I'll keep working on this until it's done. She's gorgy. This is on, it was marked 46 count, a silk weaver fabric. I think it's called like mudslide or something like that. I don't know if you can find it anywhere. it was not 46, it was 40. And the fabric was cut as a parallelogram, not up and down. So I came precariously close on this side here. Very, very close. They should still be able to frame it, no problem, but I don't like that. I want to have more margin for my framer. So pretty. So those are the two things that I worked on. And I still stitched. I mean, there's some nights, geez, I've had some late nights working. So I usually stitch every day. Every once in a while, I'm just done when I get in the house. So, all right, there's that. There's that. I'm throwing stuff on the floor. Threads. I love this. Okay, so this is the Rose Wreath Sampler color palette. And I have another stitch that I want to do, and I just might use this same. When I'm done, I might just keep it on a ring and pull from this because it's beautiful. All right, so a few things. I do want to cover the prior giveaways. And this was an extra thread pack that I bought from Misty Purcell. I don't know. I went and looked at my receipt. Yes, I did buy two. She didn't accidentally give me two. I bought two. I don't know why I hit like that twice. This person for the thread was Carmen Garza 1232. Carmen, just email me your mailing address in the drop-down box below. And then the 6 hands-on design charts goes to Cindy Richards 6019. So congratulations to the winners. And this will go probably pretty quickly. I do have a couple things. I have some haul to share, and then I want to just kind of talk about Christmas that's coming up because I can't stop thinking about Christmas. I know it's weird. So my mom and I went to a local quilt store. It's in Lebanon, Oregon. It's called Finally Together Quilts. It's a fantastic quilt store. And we got to meet the owner. She's so fantastic. She has like 3 long arm machines. She has a big classroom. They have open sew on Thursdays. I said, someday I'll be here on Thursdays, sewing my heart out. My mom got a quilt kit, and I picked up just some Halloween or just quarter yard cuts for backs of smalls. There's this one. This is a well, the Salvage has the PB Textiles. Some of that's cut off, so I couldn't give you the name of the line. This one I love. Isn't that pretty? That witch's hat. I guess it's the same line, different colorway. And this, I don't have anything. Hocus Pocus, P&B Textiles. So pretty. And this one is Riley Blake Designs. I don't know who the designer is. A really pretty purple with black, very moody. Then the last one is a I've seen this before. I don't know which line this is. This also looks like P&B Textiles. It's a spider web. So fun things for smalls if I ever get to stitching some smalls. I only stitch the bigs, I think. Also, a different time I went over to, last weekend I was going to go buy a lottery ticket. So I'm not a big lottery person, but it kept coming up in my feed, Powerball, $1.8 zillion, right? And so I was like, okay. I tried to go online and do it, and I'm just not very sophisticated with it. It was like the ticket was $30. I think I must have hit some multiplier or something on there. And then the convenience fee was $7. And I thought, I'm not paying that. So I went to my husband. I said, I'm going to run into Lebanon, which is about 15, 20 minutes away. So I run into town, and I go to Safeway, which is like a Kroger. And the machine only takes money. It only takes like cash. And I kept looking for a spot to use my credit card, and I don't carry cash, like hardly ever. So I'm there. It's a grocery store. I could go use my debit card, buy something, and get cash back, except I'd taken my debit card out of my wallet because a new debit card came in, and it was before work, and I was going to there's a QR code. You could scan it and activate your card. So I scanned it, and then it asked for my account number. I'm like, golly, I never get into my bank account. My husband usually does that, and certainly I can. But I would probably, if I didn't know it, I'd have to reset everything. Reset, find out what my username is, and reset it. And I put it down like I don't have time for this. So I set both cards down. So I go to the store. I have no debit cards, and I thought, God's telling me something. He's like, you do not need to buy this. But I was just having a hard time hearing it. So I thought, all right. And on the way back, I stopped at one of my favorite little stores. It's called Wisteria something or other. It's Wisteria Home. It's kind of a upsale, recycle. It's not a craft mall. It's like a little antique mall, but there's handmade stuff in there too. So I find great stuff in there. So I found this sweet little grass basket, which would be a perfect stitch box. Super easy. Just stick it next to your stitching spot, and I can make needle rolls and little goodies to go in there. I just love that. It was very reasonably priced. Also, I love snowflakes. I found this little tin snowflake. I might spray paint it white. Not really sure. And then this is funny. This was like $3. This reminds me of my grandmother. A brooch. Now, there could be something that's a fun finish with this. I think like something Christmassy. If you had some sort of wall hanging, you could attach this and it would be lovely. A bag. So I didn't want to leave it behind when I bought that. That was, and I find good stuff at this store. I have good luck with them. Let's see it. Also, if you saw my video a few videos ago, I bought, this was probably in the spring. I bought a bunch of books, a bunch of Jane Austen books. Well, I'm a Jane Austen book collector. Pride and Prejudice is my all-time favorite book. And I saw this come up in my feed. It's Pride and Prejudice. It's by Story Arts, a bookbinder in Portland. And it's a 2-volume book. The original book was 2 volumes. And in the books are little folios with letters between the characters. So I'm dying to read this. And my friend Stacy, I showed her, and she's like, because last time when I showed the books that I bought from, I think it was Easton Publishing, she went out and bought a bunch of them too. I said, look at this one. So, and of course, now I get my in my feed all kinds of, look at the marble paper. I get all kinds of other books that they bind there. Oh, I always should see if there's a storefront. Maybe I have to run up to Portland today, going shopping for door hardware. And maybe I should see if they have a storefront and just what else they've got. That's what I need, is just more books. I have them, as many books as I have patterns for cross stitch. All right, now I had this last time and I didn't show you. This is from Sassy Jack's Stitchery. I think it's called Solingen. Is the Solingen? Yes, is the scissor maker. And these are fabulous. Not only are they pretty, they have a very nice fine, you can hear the very great closure, a nice blade on them. They're almost too pretty to use, but I did get those. Super fast shipping. They do a great job. Also from Number 12 Stitch Co., I picked up this bag, and I'm obsessed with this fabric. This is what kicked me off and threw me over the edge with the Christmas wanting to stitch business. That, and my friend Stacy keeps posting things like, 14 Saturdays to Christmas, which puts me in a panic. Like, I need to start my Christmas shopping. I need to get in my house first, though. All right, moving on. I know I'm having a little bit of a squirrel brain today. I blame this on my friend Lori Textiles. She showed this book in her last video. She and our friend Linda, have planned to work on a quilt. It's this gorgeous one. Isn't that pretty? It's I don't know what you call that. So this is Kansas Troubles, and this is sort of a, oh, so pretty. Yeah, there's that one. And then I was on Amazon where I picked that up, and I also found this one. These are Kansas Troubles. So Lynn Hegmeyer. This one's a gorgeous book too, Prairie Life. Found that on Amazon. And then I had pre-ordered the Tilda fabric that came. This is the Merry Little Christmas line that people went crazy for, including Lisa Smith. And so my kit, I ordered a kit. I really wanted to order a bunch of kits. I just ordered one at the beginning. This is the Ohio Star, is what I would call it. I think it's the Ohio Star kit. And it's the red and duck egg blue, and it is gorgeous. And I bought this from Intrepid Thread. They're a Tilda dealer. Tilda is, I think, she's from Norway. And there are just people who distribute it. It's a little more expensive fabric, but it's so adorable. It's its own unique culture and style, and I love her stuff. I have a lot of her fabric. I've been buying it for several years now, so I tend to buy it and squirrel it away. So I bought this kit. Now there's another kit that's the same pattern in greens and pinks, and I kept coming up. I thought, I really want to do that one too. So I bought that kit, and it's on its way. Of course, it was sold out pretty much everywhere, so I had to pay a premium when I found it, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's a lesson learned. And then I bought some odds and ends from Sweet Girl Studio, and another one from, gosh, I can't remember the name of this one. So Sweet Girl Studio, I picked up, I'm just going to open this because it's easier. You'll see it better. Plus, I'm going to take it out anyway. Let's be honest. Sorry for the loud noise. Oy, so loud. Okay. This also, the buttons, the Tilda buttons, are covered with fabric. They're adorable. This was also from Intrepid Thread. And from Sweet Girl Studios, I picked up the other button pack that came for the Merry Little Christmas. And then this is the Creating Memories Christmas buttons. So that was a winter colorway. I got a charm pack of the Merry Little Christmas. Oh, just love it. And then the red and the green colorway. She has Santa patterns. I have several of her books. And I think I'm going to make a Santa out of the red. And maybe a Mrs. Claus out of the green. Wouldn't that be cute? And we could, yeah, that could be in the works. And then the blender pack, which I hadn't bought before too, because, you know, I think Lori influenced me to buy that. What else? And then another business. I wanted some of this, and I found it online and bought the big print. So I saw these where these were cut out and stuffed and made into ornaments. Are you kidding me? Look at these dogs. How stinking cute are they? The polar bear, the nutcracker. Sorry, I'm about to lose my board here. The gingerbread house, the little girl. I want Gaga. So this has the kind of taupe background. There's, I think, the duck egg blue. There's a couple of different colorways. And I think these are still out in shops. I just was online, and you can't find anything online. It was nice. The shop that sent me the yardage also sent this little notebook with it, which I thought was fantastic. So that was my Tilda rampage. I had to buy all the things. Oh, and I have a fat quarter bundle that Lori bought. So I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I'll have lots of this Merry Little. I'll have tons of quilts with the Merry Little Christmas in it. All right, so the last thing I want to do is show the Christmas. Like I did last time, I think I showed fall, but Christmas has been on my brain. So I have pulled out some Christmas patterns to show you, and we've got some time. It's only 23 minutes in, so my normal video length is around 30 to 45 minutes. And I'm going to pull some of these out and tell you what I think. And I've got more. This is just the stuff that I had looked at last time when I was looking through my stash. Okay, this is yes, I'm going to stitch this one. This was in the Kitten Stitcher Advent box. I imagine Teresa will release this this winter fall, and also the Farm Girl retreat from last fall that I didn't go to, where Teresa Kitten Stitcher was the designer, and the design is amazing. Michelle is selling them as kits. So if you go to Farm Girl Dry Goods, you can pre-order a kit from her, which I did, because the stitch piece is amazing. And Teresa's one of my favorite designers. So there's that one. That's called 5 Nickel Needles. I love it. This one, lots of people have stitched this. My friend Barb Blossom Floss did this. Caddy Strachan did this as a conversion. I bought the kit from Country Sampler. I absolutely had to have it. And I picked the dark colorway because I'm crazy. And it's on 40 count. We'll see. We'll see how much crying and gnashing of teeth happens from that. Then this one, I love this one. And this is, there's a lot of stitching, but this is not a huge piece. A Country Winter. And I haven't seen a lot of people stitch this. It's a Paulette, Plum Street. Got this also from Country Sampler back in the day. I've had that for several years now. This is another. I should have stock in Country Sampler. Winter Moon. Lots of people have stitched this. Sorry that I don't have great lighting in here. It is what it is. And I love a kit. I love a kit. I love a kit. Home for Christmas. This was a Dying to Stitch piece. One of their club kits. Their club kits. That's the only club I'm in right now. I love their club kits. Also this one. Oh, this one's so stinking cute. This is To All Good Night by Shepherd's Bush. The thing is, I go to stores and I forget what I have. So I'm going to Shepherd's Bush next month. I should look through my stash to see that I don't double buy things. Bringing Home the Tree by the Scarlet House. Isn't that sweet? You know who does a great job besides Barb Blossom Floss? She does a lot of Christmas ornaments and Christmas stitching. Narissa from Narissa's Lifestyle. Stitching Lifestyle, something like that. She's on the Christmas ornament like train. She stitches a lot of them. And then a Mount Vernon Christmas, because nothing says Christmas like a snowman on top of your house. Just kidding. I love me some Paulette. So this one I bought at a Farm Girl retreat. It was Brenda Gervais' retreat, and she had a pop-up shop, and she had these. They were new releases, and it was kitted up. And some got a jingle bell in it. Or two rusty bells. This one I love. This is Go Tell It on the Mountain by Heartstring Samplery. It was released last year. It looks like it's stitched on Murky. Oh, no, Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. Isn't that sweet? And Oh, Christmas Swan by Brenda Gervais. I do love that one. I think of all the swans, this is my favorite. And Candles of Christmas by Brenda Gervais. Also sweet. Maybe it's better if I hold this back a little bit. And then Nobody Does Christmas Ornaments Like Satsuma Street. Such bright and happy patterns. And everything's included. Also, I don't know why this is in my Christmas stuff. Shakespeare's Peddler, 1 nickel needle. This is 1 nickel. The other one was 5 nickels. Maybe I'm starting a collection of needle patterns. I got these from Acorns and Threads, and I was obsessed when I saw them. The little Just Nan, you know, Liz from Country Stitchers does these. These are very fiddly. They're tiny little pieces. But if you like making those, I might just stitch it and send it to a finisher to finish. And my friend Kathy Lounsbury does a lot of, she's from the So-and-So, she does a lot of little tiny fiddly finishes. Takes a very skilled needle worker. Oh, and this one. Look at this cube. Your little Christmas guy can sit on top of the cube. And, ooh, I forgot about this one. This one's a quick. Maybe I'll take this to the retreat. It comes with a little needle tin, and then it's a Santa you stitch and put inside, and then there's a counting pin. I guess you put the Santa on the bottom, and the quilting pin, the counting pin sits on top. I'm not sure. Oh, we had to have this as soon as it came out. The Light of Winter. This was a Dying to Stitch retreat. It was released, and you could buy it from Dying to Stitch. But I think the people who went to the retreat, this was a retreat piece, I think. And she challenged, Brenda Gervais challenged the group to finish it in a month, you know, before Christmas. And it is. It's not a huge piece, but come on, look at that house. There's a lot of stitching in that. Oh, I love this one. So this is Lindy Stitches. This also, she, I think, released at the Jingle Ball last year. I'm not sure. I think I might take out the birds and scrunch this down a little bit. But I love the colors. So happy. And this reminds me of like a seaside cottage almost at Christmas. So cute. My friend Sylvia from Running with Needles and Scissors. This is adorable. Ho, ho, ho. This would be cute a lot if you did it vertically and put 3 together. That would be cute. And Bent Creek, this was also in the Advent box for Kitten Stitcher. She's not doing one this year. I think she's done it a couple times, so she'll just do it when she wants to. It's not going to be a forever annual thing. Ooh, this also was in that box. This is like Christmas for me. I'm like, I forgot about all this stuff. Oh Dear by the Scarlet House. That would be really fast and cute. And I like the way she just did a blanket stitch on it. Maybe she put wool on the back and you could just lay it out. Also, it would be cute like on a little wall hanger. You could put tabs at the top and hang it. Merry Christmas Pin Keep. Merry Chickmas Pin Keep from Stacy Nash. Look at that. Look at that chicken on that sled. Also from the Advent box. And this one. Okay. Teresa Kogan. What kind of fabric is this? Does it say in here? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. Sweet Moon. This was from the Advent box. Look at this. That Santa is so folklorish, isn't it? Primitive. Adorable. The painting is a little, the background is a little lighter, so maybe it's just the color of the photography makes it look really dark. Blue Flower in the Advent box. That's so cute. She has such a fun, quirky style about her. Plum Street, A Merry Gentleman from the Advent box. So a lot of things will be dropping here, I would imagine, in the next couple months for sale. Also, this one, Plum Street, her little stocking series are adorable. I've done a couple of them, or one. And I love this one. Artful Offerings. That shouldn't take too long to stitch. How sweet is that? Wouldn't that be fun with just a big chunky frame around it? This was not in the Advent box, and I think it's for sale now. Leela's Studio, this was in the Advent box. Joy. Brenda Gervais, Peace and Goodwill. Part of her Quaker series. She's got another Quaker series going on now. Let It Snow with a cloche around it. That's cute. Plum Street Winter Blessings. I think this was just a release last year. And Fabulous House, Santa's House from Cottage Gardens. This was my very favorite. It was the first one that they released, and I didn't buy them all. I just bought this one. And Brenda Handwork Maniac did it, and it was so big. It was so beautiful. And I think I don't know what size, maybe she did it on 40. It was still big because the houses they're substantial. E is for Evergreen, Plum Street. Yes, and I do love the signed and numbered. And Tara from Solly Stitches just did a video. She showed a bunch of signed and numbered framed pieces. And the first time I saw this, the signed and numbered frames, was when Beth used it. I can't remember what the first one was. First one, maybe P is for pomegranate. And she showed it with the round. I thought, ooh. And now after I watch Tara, I want to use them on everything. And they have oval ones too. All right, this one I bought back when this was first released. It's been released for quite a while. This is A Bowl Full of Marys, Mary 2 by Plum Street. That's how long ago it was. It came with, she kidded it, came with thread. Here's A Bowl Full of Marys 1. This is what I should start. Maybe I'll start this at Stitch West. But I have a Tiny Modernist is the designer at that retreat. And I have one that I want to start of hers. One there. It's a sewing related one. Here's another heartstring. This was a Prim Lady Society from Dying to Stitch retreat kit. That's so cute. So sweet. And a Cup of Cheer. This came from Brenda Gervais' retreat at the Farm Girl gatherings. It's got a little snowball for the pom-pom for the hat. And Paisley by Stacey Nash. I've been looking for the other one, Whitaker. And it seems like it's always out whenever I go somewhere. He's cute. Also, I have some Abbey Rose designs. Isn't that cute? Those little stinking stockings are so cute. Sampler Stockings 2018. Now, I think she is MIA. I don't know. She's had health issues. Hometown Christmas. I have 2 of these. So if you stuck around thus far, you can enter to win and the second pattern. So I'm going to do this as a giveaway, this video. The keyword I'm going to look for is hometown. Just do it all as one word, hometown. Use it in a sentence. That's so cute. Yuletide on Thistle Hill. Also adorable. And home is where you hang your needlework. I don't know, this one isn't necessarily Christmas, but it's in this pile. And Merry Be Your Christmas, Peaceful Be Your Heart. This is kind of a unique stitch. This kind of reminds me of the Blackbird chart that's like a New Year's cheer chart. Kind of the same format. Come All Ye Faithful. And Good Tidings to You. Same cast of characters, same people, it looks like. Share the Joy of Christmas. Merry Christmas. And, ooh, I should hold this one out, because this is a kit. Peace and Goodwill Sampler by Chessie and Me. Ooh, that's a definite. Although, there's this one, too. Home for Christmas Sampler Pillow. That one, look at that big pink house. Well, that's a difficult choice. This one would whip up really quick. Marianne Bright by Scarlet House. We're come to the end, which you might be happy about or you might be sad about. Depends on whether you love Christmas. So these hands-on design, and Narissa's done these hands-on design full days of Christmas. I have them with the little buttons, and I've got the little hangers too. I don't know why I haven't stitched this. It is on, I think it's originally stitched on 28 count, which I have. And it's Aztec red. Maybe I'll stitch it over one. Make them really tiny. I don't know. I do like a big ornament though too. I got this from Crazy Annie Stitching back in the day. This one is also, every time I look at this, I thought, I just need to stitch this. Ooh, it's got 40 count buttercream in it. It is Heartstring Samplery and Morning Star. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, Star of the East, the horizon adorning. Shall we not yield him in costly devotion, gems of the mountain and pearls of the ocean? Christmas Eve 2015. Look at that. You might check her Etsy shop to see if that's available. I mean, this is like 2015. It's got a picture attached to it. So it's a vintique pattern. And then this, I do love these. Also, somebody stitched this. I can't remember who it was. Who was this? There are two by Blackberry Designs, Blackberry Lane Designs, sugared gumdrops and peppermint candy ornaments. So here's peppermint candy. And it might have been Brenda from Handwork Maniac. You stitched the front and the back. And then this one, sugared gumdrops. Look at that too. And then I've got the little hanger kits. They're little gumdrop beads that you make for hanging. And it looks like there's a finishing kit here with beads and rickrack. I don't know. I think whenever I bought this, probably 5 years ago, 2020 Lisa thought 2025 Lisa will be really happy when she opens this and sees all the stuff is there. Peppermint Pals, also from a Brenda Gervais retreat. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. And Merry Old Soul. I went gaga at that retreat. I went gaga. The Snowball by Brenda Gervais. Those were sweet. This is a freebie I got from Teresa Kitten Stitcher. It was a Marjorie Massey. They did it in collaboration. And, ooh, I love a Mirabilia. Mary Mary by Nora Corbett. Isn't that sweet? The last one I'm going to show you, the torture session is almost over, is a Christmas sampler. I bought this at Shepherd's Bush, Midsummer Night Designs. And I 100% am not going to stitch this on white, nor am I going to use the called for threads. It's going to be a Lisa conversion. Much softer, much more primitive looking than the bright cherry colors that are on here. So that's ahead of me. What's going on? Well, let's see. I'm going to go hang out with Lori for a couple days, my friend textilist. We always have a great time. And I love visiting her because she has the most interesting stitching and quilting and beautiful aesthetic in her home. And then I'm going to run around and see if I can find some door handles today. You would think that would be fun, but it's really not that fun. We'll keep working on the house. I'll drop a few pictures or maybe a video clip or two of the inside of the house after this because y'all keep asking me. So we'll do that. And I don't know if when I'll post this, if it'll be probably tomorrow that I'll post this video. And I'll see you likely in a couple of weeks. Maybe Rose Wreath sampler will be done. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Good morning. I shot a video clip yesterday and I can't zoom out very well with this tablet. And so I turned it sideways to go from landscape to portrait, and that turned you, the observer, sideways. So that didn't work. So I'm shooting this again today. That is our front door, and that is a temporary front door. It's a blank. Our door is shrink wrapped, is the right word, and in our garage. So hopefully you get some idea of scale in here. This is the garage, and we put a hot and cold water spigot that's covered right now, needs to be uncovered, in the garage because it's nice when you wash the wheels of your car, and you can use the hot water to get the road grime off. So this is the garage. It's just a garage. This is going into the house. That is the entry into the utility room. That is going to be a pocket door. We should have installed it before they did the sheetrock, etc., but we didn't. Rookie mistake. This is the butler pantry area, so this will be uppers and lower cabinets on this side and over here on this side too. And this will be like a seating area, like a bench, and then at this corner here, the cabinets will start and go across. I touched the wrong button, turned off my video, but the cabinets will start right at this corner here and go across the wall. The uppers, there'll be a pantry right here, pull-out pantry, and then uppers and lowers. All my lowers are going to be drawers. There's my kitty. She always comes and visits when I'm in the house. That's Mabel. Hazel's a little skitterish. This will be double oven, and the cooktop will be over there. Then try to get around here without tripping. This is the refrigerator where that light is, and above it is a cabinet. This is the dining room area. So there will be a chandelier that drops down. Well, some sort of light, probably not a chandelier. And we do have the stove already bought. We're going to tile, I call it the karaoke pedestal, karaoke stage there. We're going to tile that with the black tile, and then we're going to put a mantle and maybe some posts under the mantle. And I have the tile picked out for behind the stove. This eventually will be our TV wall, and this is going to have, I think, bookshelves that go across it. Todd's going to build those. That Todd, he can do anything. There's our blank front door. This is the half bath, and holy cow, I'm trying not to trip. If you watched my Insta stories yesterday, you saw an awesome mirror that I found that will go in here. Wowza. There's a closet. There's the main bedroom. Our bedroom has fantastic lighting. It's north facing. The tiny house will either get moved or torn down. And there's big bugs. You can see the bug in the corner over there. This is where I think my sampler wall will be, because this is on the north side. It has beautiful light, but it doesn't get direct sunlight. Here's the bathroom, the main bath. This will be a double door that goes in here. And vanity, tub, vanity, shower. I have a lot of tiling in my future. Todd's office. I'm just kidding. Our shower, our closet area. So Todd's part of the closet. Lisa's part of the closet. The wall color is pearly white, and I think it might be a Sherwin-Williams color, but we had Rhoda mix it up for us. They were fantastic to work with. Isn't it, kitty? She's like, this is the biggest playhouse ever. Here's the spare bedroom number 1. It's a nice big room. Hall, bathroom, full bath. And my sewing room, my craft room. We decided to just paint all the walls and ceiling the same color for now. Once we live in it for a while, if we want to change the color, we can. So this is how the house is right now.